relatives. Brought the millions in. Go and get it, I'm the shit and don't need no laxative.
I get it 365, 12 months, 24/7. Gotta get it, I need it steady. No one give it all I give. They don't love us, they just love it. How we live, how we live, how we live, how we live. They don't love us, they just love it. How we live, how we live, how we live, how we live, how we live. Say they don't love us, they just love it. How we live, how we live, how we live, how we live, how we live. How we live, 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 how we live. They don't love her, they just love her. How we live.
They say in due time, but my watch broke. I know. It's a cold world, but we got coats. We grinding to make it. Yes. We shining, they hate. Yes. We ball or we fall. Every diamond's a flagrant. I'm signed to the pavement. I'm crossing them over. I'm backing them down. Standing tall like a soldier. These players can't hold us. It's the winner's race. Eating with Ken and Ace at a table, no dinner plates. We the best, get it straight. What's the problem, baby? Raised out of Harlem, baby. What's driving my mama crazy? They ain't trying to give it, so I gotta go get it. Harder than ever to
I
live.
get it 365, 12 months, 24/7. Gotta get it, I need it steady. No one give it all I give. They don't love us, they just love it. How we live, how we live, how we live, how we live. They don't love us, they just love it. How we live, how we live, how we live, how we live, how we live. Say they don't love us, they just love it. How we live, 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 how we live. And they don't love her, they just love her. How we live. Have faith a minute, put your trust in nobody. Yeah. I said have faith a minute, but put your trust in nobody. Have faith a minute, put your faith in nobody. I done been around, halfway around the globe, probably still ain't met nobody that seem picture perfect. We all buy lies, depends on the purchase. You can't walk a mile in my shoes, cause I'm steady running like water can't break, unless it's by a pregnant woman. So I had to earn life, road to the riches, wouldn't change it for the turnpike. I get it 365, 12 months, 24/7. Gotta get it, I need it steady. No one give it all I give. They don't love us, they just love it. How we live, how we live, how we live, how we live. They don't love us, they just love it. How we live, how we live, how we live, how we live, how we live. Say they don't love us, they just love it. How we live, 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 how we live. And they don't love her, they just love her. How we live, how we live. 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 And they don't love her, they just love her. How we live. How we live.
Quando eu me vi só nesse lugar, eu pensei que preciso sair pra me libertar. Seja com quem for, a minha vida é cantar, nunca no mesmo lugar. Seja sozinho a dois, o resto eu vejo depois. Mas só em pensar que com a sua face, tudo que eu pedisse, só você que me desse. Aí pensando Deus se esse quarto falasse. Mas que pena, já era, já era, já era. Não vejo mais aquela tão bela e singela. E nem dá. Porque seu rosto a voz ela é através de alô. Se passou pela favela é porque alguém me falou. Então já que me deixou.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Everyone's in their seats here at the Oracle Arena as the Golden State Warriors look to grab a win in front of the home crowd here. The Nuggets here looking to pick one up here on the road before returning to Denver. Tip-off goes to Denver. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Gallinari sits outside at 3 at the 4. Will Barton is out there with Moutier, and it's Nurkic in its center. Now here is Gallinari. Feeds to Nurkic. The rebound by Ezeli. And Jusuf Nurkic, really a big, good-looking young prospect. He's the guy that took Mozgov's place in Denver.
Yeah, originally Kevin drafted by the Bulls at number 16, then traded to Denver, as you indicated. His sheer size alone, 7 feet, 280. That makes him a force on the glass.
Pocket 2 from deep. Green. And it's Denver with the rebound. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
May have been the worst effort you'll see from them all season long. Even for a game they weren't supposed to win, it should not have been that bad.
Against a lesser team, that performance wouldn't have been good enough. But play that way against a good team, and you end up with an ugly result that they had.
And so the Denver Nuggets get the first points in the ballgame. They set the pick. Here's Curry. Can't make good off the screen.
And getting back to Nurkic, what makes him an intriguing prospect beyond his size is his exceptional balance. I mean, his excellent footwork makes him really effective in the pick and roll. He also possesses great lateral speed and quick hands for a big man.
Now here's Moutier following the miss by Draymond Green. Moutier passes to Gallinari. To the middle. And Nurkic gets it to go.
And, you know, talking about Nurkic, I mean, his father, a police officer in Bosnia. According to the Denver Nuggets broadcasters last year, Dad is 7 feet tall and weighs a good 400 pounds or more. That's a big police officer there, boy.
Nobody near Barnes. Drops in the tray. Barnes has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Nuggets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Nurkic against Green. Out to the right wing. Here's Gallinari. And the layup is good. Gallinari's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Curry. 26 points for him last game against the Clippers.
And don't forget about his playmaking in that game either. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the D and creating opportunities for both himself and his teammates.
That's now 4 misses on their first 5 attempts. Still trying to find the rhythm and flow here offensively.
Barton, no luck. Last outing for Golden State, it was a loss to Los Angeles.
And nothing went well offensively on this night for them. They were just completely disjointed.
Yeah, you could call it the 3 Ds, disjointed, disorganized, discombobulated, or whatever else you wanted to use to describe that would be appropriate.
And here is Fareed after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Gallinari dishes to Nurkic. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Well, let's look back to last year's Nuggets while we've got a moment here, Kevin. 4th and second chance points, 7th in rebounding. And also, they were in the top 10 when it came to fast break points. I mean, they weren't afraid to play the game at a fast pace and run a little bit.
And just go revisit those numbers in terms of second chance points. That was elite. And they weren't shy about sticking their nose in there and going after the ball.
Here's Ezeli. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And here's the fast break. Gallinari leading the way. Here's Fareed. And Thompson sends it back. Outside Curry. Thompson sets the pick for Curry. Thompson up top from downtown. The shot is off. Now Denver takes it the other way. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
Yeah, 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
Yes, plenty of opportunity here, guys, to get on each other's bad side. I mean, if they weren't already. Should make for some fairly high drama.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Now perhaps one of the most intriguing draft picks of this past summer, Emmanuel Moutier. can be a game-changing player. Was going to play, Clark, as you recall, at SMU for Larry Brown.
He sure was, and went overseas instead, so we don't know a ton about him other than his reputation is sterling. Now we'll see if he can live up to it.
The shot's good from Fareed. Golden State's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Outside Curry. Down low, they kick it out to Green. Drains the three-pointer. Green's got his first 3 points of the game.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Hits. Count that one from Nurkic.
The D cannot forget about him like that. He'll light you up big time.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Mike Malone had a few moments to share with me. One player that he's talked to his guys a lot about is Stephen Curry. He said Curry's one of the premier shooters in the game, and he's got that quick trigger. We really have to be tight to him, get physical, and try to get him on his heels as much as possible. Guys, Curry is an excellent free throw shooter. We'll see if they can do that without fouling him.
Thanks again, Doris.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
He doesn't get the second one. The Nuggets missed the postseason again last year. Never really had a good look at it and just fell in back of the pack.
And it's the second straight year of not playing playoff basketball in Denver. This coming on the heels of 10 straight bursts between 04 and 13.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Burns checked in. The Nuggets have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Moutier kicks to Laverne. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Lets it go from 11, and that one hits back iron.
And, you know, for Denver, historically, they've enjoyed a lot of success for a long time. Missing the playoffs consecutively might have been the wake-up call they needed to try something different going forward.
Here's Moutier. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. Out to the wing. Moutier pass to Jokic. 11 feet out, and he hits it.
And listen, it's sometimes really hard for teams like the Nuggets to know when to rebuild. So while they weren't quite sure what they had coming into last season, by the end of it, they had a clear idea of what direction they needed to head into for the future.
Now, here's Moutier after the miss from Stephen Curry. They set the screen. And Chandler, here we go. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. Let's take a moment to look at the 2K leaderboard and see last year's high-scoring teams. The Warriors, #1.
Yeah, #1 in the league in terms of points per game a season ago. They play as a team, just really unselfish in terms of their brand of basketball.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Thompson, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. Lance Stephenson's checked in for Curry. And it's Barbosa in for Klay Thompson. There's the bucket. Good.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
Stevenson with it. Now Chandler defending. Swiped away. From the line. And again, it's Denver.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
The drive by Iguodala. Got a piece of it. Here's Moutier. The Warriors pull it in. Azili's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
And Lance Stevenson picks up the foul. And the Warriors making a change here. Bogut's checked in.
Andrew Bogut.
Here's Chandler. No good. Great D that time from Iguodala. Stevenson inside the three-point line. Misses off the right iron.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face. and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me? Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Now here's Iguodala. 14 points from him the last game against the Clippers. To the paint, Iguodala with the steal. And now Bogut running the floor all by himself. That's good. As you're talking about the Warriors, you know, they were built to play with each other last year. The bigs could all pass very well, and that set up the three-point threats.
And then even on the defensive side, I mean, they had players that really complemented each other. I mean, some undersized power forwards who countered with rim protectors. I mean, they also had the length at every perimeter position to switch on any play, so they are equally as adept on that side of the ball.
Denver calls timeout.
And, guys, nice to see Bogut out there given all the injuries that he's had to overcome in his career. Just glad to see him at full strength.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. And a switcher also for Denver. Terrell Arthur, he's checked in for Laverne. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
You know, and Bogut, as I recall, Clark was so distraught by those injuries that at one point he thought he might retire.
Yeah, he gave some serious thought to packing it in after the 2013 season, Kevin. Luckily for his team, though, he worked through it and is as strong as ever at the defensive end.
Timeout called the Warriors. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And here's Moutier after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Moutier with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. And good on the basket. Book it. And it's 7 points for Emmanuel Moutier. Warriors trail by 3. Curry attacking. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense is giving. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
There's the screen. Here's Chandler. Klay Thompson grabs the miss.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Curry dishes to Thompson. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And it's 6 points for Klay Thompson. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
And, guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum. And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
It's rush outside. No good on that last second attempt there. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his comfort.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line, if I have a dribble, if I catch and shoot, if I have a good look, I think Coach will allow me to take that shot, and it's tough to guard.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this Splash brother to let her rip.
Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Warriors?
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Moutier out there with Will Barton. Then there's Gallinari, and it's Arthur. Moutier with the ball. It's up against Thompson. They grabbed their own miss. That's good. 11 points for Emmanuel Moutier.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
And the wide open shot from Green drains the three-pointer. And the Warriors lead by 5.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
There's the pick. Here's Barton. He's coming off a 10-point game against Utah. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That is good. Warriors leading by 3. Here's Barnes. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
Barton, no luck.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
And Thompson kicks to Barnes. Back to Thompson. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And he overshot that one, missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Pass to Barton. There's a screen. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Here's Jokic. Lays it up and banks it in.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Just watching Festus Ezeli out of Vanderbilt play. He's got the big body inside, moves pretty fluidly, adroit, good footwork. He's got the whole package.
Yeah, he does. He's a space eater. He's very strong, physically good frame. He's a low down there, and what you said, the fact that he's fairly agile, makes him tough.
Laverne, he's checked in for Denver. Kenneth Faried comes in for Terrell Arthur. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Faried. Warriors have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Outside Curry. Green, the screen. Kicks it to Barnes. On the wing, Thompson. Shot clock at 6. That's miss number 3 for him. Now 2 for 5 from the floor. For Denver, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Curry kicks to Green. Back to Curry. Thompson for 3. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 5 assists tonight.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses. Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Warriors leading by 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. Laverne's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Gallinari, and Denver again with the bucket.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out. Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
The feed now to Barnes. Offline with his 3.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And Faried throws it down. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Give and take, back and forth, the whole way thus far.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Curry outside. And Kenneth Faried pulls it down. For Denver, they've gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. And now they decide to foul intentionally. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Barton. Harris passes to Fareed. Back to Harris. Puts up a three. Good. Harris has got himself on the board with 3 there.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Barbosa dishes to Stevenson. And the Warriors miss again. Denver leading by 4. Harris kicks to Barton. Warriors with the rebound.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
And another fast break opportunity for Denver. Here we go. And he gets it to go. Barton's got the lead up to 6 now for Denver. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Denver.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
Yeah, also, though, they've done a good job of pounding the offensive glass for second chance points.
Use of Nurkic. He's checked in for the Nuggets. The Nuggets have only made 2 attempts, shooting poorly at the line in this one.
You know, when I think of Wilson Chandler, what comes to mind is supreme athleticism. He can throw it down with the best of them. Yet he's still working on the other areas of his game to be more well-rounded.
Back to Fareed. He kicks to Nurkic from 13, and the shot falls short this time.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss. Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
You know, back to Wilson Chandler, he's somewhat of a wild card. One of the few guys to go overseas. Remember, Greg, during that NBA lockout in 2011, he signed to play for China and didn't negotiate an out clause when he signed.
Yeah, and truth is, Chandler's one of those guys who can give you some solid minutes, but you hope at some point that he gets serious and commits to reaching his full potential. I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they had.
And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line. So Iguodala will go to the line. That one on Chandler. And some changes here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Aldridge. Thompson comes in for Lance Stevenson. And Steph Curry subbed in for Leandro Barbosa. And the basket by Harris.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
Chandler, the pass to Barton. Fareed, a screen on Iguodala. Curry brings the double. The shot's good from Fareed. And it's a 12-point Nugget lead.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job. You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
There's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set up, and you can get some easy hoops that way.
And that steal made it possible. And if they can use a few more sequences just like that.
Here's Barton, guarded by Curry. Barton dishes to Fareed. Misses from close range. Warriors trail by 10. Stolen. And it's Harris off the drive, and he goes in for the dunk.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Darrell Arthur.
.34 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Jokic passes to Barton. And it's Chandler top of the key. On the wing, Harris. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. And that'll be his third foul so far.
That's the risk you run by staying out there as he picks up his third.
Festus Ezeli. Lance Stevenson.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Knocked away. Barbosa kicks to Iguodala, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Whoa, that'll wake you up. My goodness.
Is he an athlete or what?
No doubt about it. It's almost as if he lives in the air, and dunks like that have become quite commonplace.
That'll do it for the first half.
Guys, I'm here with...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action. A pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. The second quarter was all theirs. Major uptick in offensive and defense. And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just a...
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. Nice game. Great performance by Emmanuel Mudiay.
That slasher mentality was on display in that first half. He got to the rim consistently.
Boy, I tell you what, he's got that great first step, and he must have had some quickness porridge or something, because he looks a little faster today than normal.
Iguodala out there with Thompson. Then there's Festus Ezeli. Then it's Lance Stevenson. And it's Barbosa in at the point guard position. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Warriors trail by 9. Tanking is something that all teams that are out of it tend to do. I hate that word, Clark, but it seems to be the one used by a lot. Nuggets didn't really try to hide it last season either.
Well, you know, it certainly looked that way. Right around March, they just started sitting key players for no real reason. They framed it as rest, but it didn't quite look that way.
Stevenson outside to the paint, kicks it out to Barbosa. Here's Ezeli, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
And you know, with his free throw percentage being where it was last season, it changed the way teams defended him. I mean, there were no easy baskets. He was going to get fouled anytime he got near the rim. They were going to make him earn his points at the line.
Fareed dishes to Gallinari. All alone. The rebound by Ezeli. Ezeli's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Ezeli's got 4 points this quarter.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Here's Barton. He has 6. Fareed, a screen on Stevenson. Here's Barton, and it comes off the front of the rim.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And it's Stevenson finishing it off.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
The Nuggets have had a disappointing game so far from the line. Only 3 free throws made. The Roracle or Oracle Arena was rocking last season, and with good reason. The Warriors would finish a league best 39-2 at home last year.
And how about that 39-2 record put them one off of tying the best record ever in the NBA. That record, by the way, belongs to the Celtics with 40 wins back in 1986.
Warriors trail by 9. Shot from 12. Off the left rim and out.
They're really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving Collins.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
Denver making a switch here. Burns checked in.
Well, I tell you what, you look at the Warriors, and they were actually unstoppable in every way last season. Average home margin of victory was 13+ points. A lot of those games weren't even that close as they let things get tight in garbage time.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. And stolen by Barnes. Here's Bogut. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And with the moment, let's check out some stats for Thompson. He had a strong showing last season. He was around 21 points per game last year, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And for any other player putting up those numbers, we'd say they were great, but for him, they're just simply run-of-the-mill.
Sure, you know, most guys would be satisfied with that stat line, but he's built for more.
And more on the Warriors' home dominance. Shot almost 50% as a team at home, which led the league. Shot over 41% from beyond the arc as a team.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Here's Curry with the 3. And again, no good by Golden State.
You got to be careful, though. There's a real balancing act. You can't let your ego try to run your offense. You can see he really wanted to answer that made 3 with one of his own. Not the best decision.
Here's Fareed. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
And a few more points tacked on to their lead in the cruelest way possible.
You're right. Those putback jams sting, don't they? My goodness.
Yeah, they really hurt you. I mean, the defense forces a miss and then can't rebound it and finish off the defense. They're hanging their heads in their chest now.
Now, here's Moutier. He's covered by Thompson. Moutier, no good. Warriors trail by 14. Tries to snap the cold streak, and there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Green. And that's 13 points for Steph Curry. Denver's gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. Here's Barton. He's got 8. Screen by Fareed. Curry with the steal. Now the Warriors moving it up. Green leading the charge. That drops. And that's 15 points for Steph Curry.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Fareed setting the pick for Gallinari. And stolen by Barnes. And it's the Warriors on the break. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. A nice bounce back year for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
No one near Moutier as he lets it go. Wide open shot is on the money. Moutier's got 4 points in the quarter.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Barnes with it. Now Chandler defending. There's the 3. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Bogut. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, he looked clumsy on that one. He was not going to get away with that.
Yeah, he climbed all over him. I mean, there's a picture of that one in the officiating manual. So, clear, easy call.
Moutier pass to Jokic. The shot by Chandler, wide open. They grab their own miss, and that one's good, Jokic.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
I tell you what, Harrison Barnes, very, athletic. He certainly passes the eye test. And with his size, he can punish smaller wings and create mismatches. And then also he can play some small ball power forward at times as well with the way they like to space the floor.
Warriors trail by 12. And Thompson kicks to Bogut. Here's Harris. Passes it to Jokic. Dishes it to Mudia. Tries from 10. Can't get it to go. And Golden State will come the other way. Now here's Curry. 15 points in the game. It's tipped and stolen by Harris. Chandler the pass to Jokic. That's good. He's got 10. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Denver?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
Bogut goes up and lays it nice and easy. Bogut's got his first points of the game.
Now, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
He just picked up his 4th personal foul, and now he's got some foul trouble hanging over his head, guys.
The Nuggets have really been struggling with their free throws, only made 5. More misses than makes so far.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year.
Yeah, as a group, really a dismal year for them from the line last season, guys.
Ian Clark's checked in for Golden State. Denver also making some changes. Arthur comes in for Laverne. And it's Gallinari in for Harris. Bogut kicks to Clark. They set the pick. No good from outside. The Nuggets leading by 13. For the 3, Chandler, and that one's good. Chandler's got 10 points.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Gallinari with the steal. He's all alone.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. The #1 overall pick in 2005, Andrew Bogut. Great expectations, Greg, for the big Aussie coming in.
Yeah, I mean, a phenomenal rebounder and rim protector. He's got that high basketball IQ from a defensive standpoint. You know, and on offense, he averaged over 20 points a game in college. He's an instinctive passer, just not much more you could ask for.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Curry brings the double. Mudiay passes to Jokic. Here's Gallinari, and right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key there. Getting point-blank looks time and time again.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Here's Mudiay. Arthur up top. Here's Jokic. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Bogut. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Ian Clark. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Nuggets have really struggled at the line in this one, well under 50% so far. The Nuggets making a switch here. Nurkic is checked in.
Well, with the season the Warriors put together, they came out way ahead of everybody else in the West. I mean, given how tough the West was last year, that makes their 67-win season all the more impressive. One of the best in history in my mind.
The Warriors have had an off night from the stripe tonight.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
And you can't take those numbers lightly, fellas. I mean, their free throw shooting made a difference for them in a lot of their games last season.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Ian Clark. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
At the line for the Warriors,
Both free throws good from Moutier. 26 seconds left to play here in the third. Pass to Green. Pulls from the top of the key. And it's Denver with the rebound.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Here's Arthur. And a miss there on the triple. Barnes kicks to Clark. It's tipped. Nurkic with the steal. The shot is off. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Nuggets ahead, up 19. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. The Nuggets leading by 19 points. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with Fareed and Nurkic in the middle. Gallinari is out there with Will Barton. And it's Chandler in at the 3 spot. Green with the block. Curry dishes to Thompson. Rush's shot is off.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
And yes, sir, that one drops. Barton's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Nuggets. Curry passes to Thompson, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Gallinari against Barnes. Screen by Fareed, and Gallinari kicks to Fareed. Fareed setting the pick for Chandler. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J. And the Nuggets lead by 21. Now the pass to Rush. He dishes it to Barnes. Outside for Curry. From deep, Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. 16 points for Draymond Green.
You know, they've got to make him earn those threes. You play off of him, and he's automatic from that distance.
Barton dishes to Chandler. Nurkic the pass to Barton. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Fareed down low. Covered by Barnes. Fareed, no good.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Another three for Golden State.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
And another miss by Denver. Warriors trail by 15. Now the dish to Rush. Thompson outside. To the inside. Open shot, Green, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Count the bucket. 14 points for Wilson Chandler.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
He feeds it to Gallinari. Pass to Nurkic. Kicks to Barton. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Looking at the game for Barton, he's got 10 points and 3 steals. He's given them a lot with his passing and with his defensive work.
How about the activity of those hands here today?
And the second free throw, good.
And, you know, Denver was not that good against the West last season, but they weren't as bad as you would have thought. Managed to get 19 wins against the rest of the conference, and we know how tough the West is, so that's not shabby.
The Nuggets leading by 16. Over to the left wing. Gallinari wide open, but they'll get another chance. Jokic, no good.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Here's Rush. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Well, and last year for the Nuggets, they were really searching, and they finished 12th in the Western Conference. Greg, they were 30-52.
You know, not a great place to be.
No,
let's face it. I mean, Kevin, Denver never really had a shot at the postseason, but weren't good enough to land a high draft pick either. And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
And the second free throw, good. And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
Curry, good.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
Denver leading by 17. Here's Barton. Feeds it to Fareed. He kicks to Chandler from outside the arc. That's tipped.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Fareed against Green. Fareed setting the pick for Gallinari. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries. Warriors trail by 19. The feed to Rush. There's the pick. Down low. They kick it out to Green. Another 3 for Golden State.
And you can just see his confidence is rising. Bucket after bucket from long range.
Timeout. Denver calls time.
Start it.
Denver calls timeout. And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though, and I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about him. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
And another miss by Denver.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number 1 of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation.
You know, you talk about Green's enthusiasm for the game. He's constantly talking, whether defensively or even in an opponent's ear. He's a vocal presence. And also another example of how a guy can make an impact without necessarily having it show up in the stat sheet.
Now, Moutier. Passes it to Fareed. Chandler outside. Pass to Jokic. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
No way to mess that one up, Kevin. I mean, he powered it down with both hands.
Not this guy. He is a superb finisher.
And when he gets near the hoop, guys, he is a tour de force. And also, don't discount his leadership. Draymond Green's been a vocal leader his entire career. Even as a rookie, he wasn't afraid to challenge his teammates. And that competitive spirit, guys, can be contagious.
Here's Jokic, covered by Barnes, and he gets it to go.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
On its way from Curry for 2, and the shot no good, a bit short.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Here's of Nurkic. He's checked in for Denver. Gallinari comes in for Wilson Chandler. And Fareed pitched to Moutier. Puts it up from 15. Fareed dishes to Nurkic. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here.
Nuggets ball.
Green against Gallinari. Dishes to Nurkic. Here's Barton, guarded by Curry. 5 to shoot. And it's Gallinari missing. Warriors trail by 18. Right side Curry. Green, the screen. The pass to Barnes. Stolen by Fareed. Gallinari up top. Thompson comes with the double team. Here's Moutier, 8 for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. On defense, Denver. Outside Curry. Green, the screen. Clock at 6.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Nuggets.
But, Steve, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark this kind of punishment to
Well,
him.
you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
In what should be an exciting 4-game season series between these two teams, they have to feel great about taking this first one tonight against the Warriors.
It's a long season, and you always need role players to step up and help out, and that was the case here. Everything was working for Moutier. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
And you look at Jameer Nelson, played his first 10 years with Orlando. Then he got traded to the Celtics last season, then again to Denver. That had to be tough for a crafty veteran like him, a tough adjustment.
You look at last year, one of his worst statistically, especially from a field goal percentage standpoint. I really agree with you. I think he was affected by all of the change of scenery and system. Let's look to see him have a bounce back this season.
.44 seconds left in the game. Here's Laverne. In the corner, it's Nelson. Takes a 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. The dish to Rush. And Curry has it in the corner. The three-pointer off the mark.
That's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case you've got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on you.
That's his second personal foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
Jameer Nelson at the line for 2.
Both free throws good for Nelson. Outside Curry. He dishes it to Stevenson. 11 feet away, and there's Barnes. That's good on the assist from Stevenson. So it's the Nuggets winning this one.
The 2K Sports postgame show.